What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome back to another video. Now this video is going to be pretty quick, just because my bias pretty much remains the same as to what I explained yesterday. We have had quite a heavy consolidation today, and you'll see that we did get above this level, which I was anticipating us to find resistance at. So you can see our price is gyrating quite aggressively around it, which isn't ideal. But if we go to the daily, yeah, we had quite an ugly day, so to speak. But if you remember yesterday's video, I was anticipating that price should want to trade lower earlier on in the week and then see expansion later on in the week. So like I said, just as I've begun, my bias remains the same, although looking at the way that this consolidation is getting built up, it's very possible that price may want to keep rallying, especially with these relatively good highs that have been formed now. So this high, and this high, that was all formed on Monday's trading. This is going to create buy-side liquidity. So if price wants to grab that, I wouldn't be surprised at all. And then if that's the case, then price is going to want to try and fill this fair value gap and potentially even rally towards our original target, which is all the way up here. So it all depends if it gets above these highs. Otherwise than that, I still want to remain pretty bearish. But we've had look at this. We've had a very ugly day. So because of that, I'm not going to be trading London, just because it'll be, we need a chance for it to catch itself. And then I think probably, if anything, New York would be the session which I'm going to be trading. But other than that, I'll just be very wary. But realistically, the fact that we've disrespected this PDRA, which I spoke about in yesterday's video, the fact that we've disrespected it and we are above it, does mean that my bias should not shift necessarily, but my strength in what I want to see has now weakened. So that original idea of me wanting to see us trade lower to then trade higher has weakened because we've broken through this, which means that the next PDRA would then be the relative equal highs in this fair value gap, which is why I'm saying that price may likely want to draw into that. Now, once it's done that, it's possible we might get a rejection out of that, a reversal out of that, and then trade lower, or it's just going to keep rallying and go straight to our target. It's as simple as. But it all depends on the way we treat this fair value gap from the hourly. So that's what I'm going to be paying close attention to. And yeah, I'm not really rushing into this week at all, especially after seeing how much consolidation we had on the Monday. Let's go to the GBP. And obviously, we did want to see price rally on GBP early in the week and then trade lower. Now, we have moved up higher. However, again, similar to dollar in that it's had a lot of consolidation. However, we do have high impact news tomorrow at 2 a.m. So I'm not going to be trading, like I said, London session tomorrow because of how disgusting Monday was. If price pushes GBP higher, obviously that means that dollar will fall appropriately into where we expected, and then we'll be back in line with our bias. Other than that, if it's the opposite, what will happen is price will expand lower aggressively, and then I'll be looking for price to hit this target again. At this point, I'm pretty much just sitting on my hands and waiting. I wouldn't be rushing into anything, especially because of yesterday's trading, so I'm not in a rush. And it all depends on how that 2 a.m. employment rate affects price. And then finally, we're going to finish up on euro again. Similar to dollar, just straight consolidation. Days like this, I'm just like, I don't want to get involved. But again, similar, I would want to see price trade higher first early in the week and then trade lower. But the fact that price is holding in terms of, it's failing to rally, does show a level of weakness that we may want to play into. So I think tomorrow's video will be a lot more insightful in terms of us moving into Wednesday, Thursday and Friday for our trading opportunities, if that makes sense. So that's going to be everything, guys. I hope that will make sense. Apologies, it's not as in-depth as it would be. But honestly, when there's days like this, when we just have straight consolidation and the daily forms a candle that looks as ugly as this, it's not exactly in line with anything which we had planned out. We just have to wait and sit on our hands. And like I said, London session is out. It's not in my mind at all anymore. If anything, New York will be the earliest I'll be trading, if not Wednesday morning, Wednesday London session. So that's going to be everything, guys. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment, smash subscribe, join the mailing list, join the Discord. All the links are in the description. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.